Just outside Manaus lies one of the Amazon's most visually puzzling natural events. Two massive rivers flowing side by side without mixing. On one side, the Rio Negro moves with dark, tea-colored water. On the other, the Solimoens carries a lighter, sediment-rich current. For nearly 6 kilometers, almost 4 miles, these contrasting rivers run together in a perfect split, as if someone drew a boundary line directly into the water. The explanation is grounded in physics. The Rio Negro is warm, slow-moving, and acidic. The Solimoens is cooler, faster, and carries far more sediment. Their differences in density and speed prevent them from blending immediately. But the real significance lies in what this boundary represents. The beginning of the Amazon River, as most of the world knows it. Early explorers wrote pages trying to understand this phenomenon. Modern scientists still use it as a natural laboratory. And as the currents finally merge downstream, the darker waters begin to reveal their own story, one shaped by chemistry, ecology, and a rhythm that transforms entire landscapes. The Anavilhanas archipelago is a freshwater labyrinth unlike anything else in the Amazon. Stretching for more than 380 kilometers, around 235 miles along the Rio Negro, it contains thousands of islands, channels, and narrow waterways that change shape with the river's pulse. During the dry season, sandbars and elongated islands dominate the landscape. But when the river rises, the entire system transforms as water pours into the forest, creating hidden channels beneath the trees. What makes Anavilhanas scientifically valuable is its constant motion. Sediment shifts from year to year, forming new islands while others erode away. This ongoing reshaping influences everything living here. Pink river dolphins use these flooded corridors to reach feeding grounds. Fish migrate into submerged forests to spawn among branches. Birds nest in areas that, only months before, stood entirely underwater. Researchers often describe this region as a natural laboratory of hydrology and ecology. Each season tells a different story, revealing how life adapts to an environment defined by movement rather than stability. And as the islands gradually thin out and the waterways expand into broader channels, the character of the landscape changes again, introducing a river whose global scale defies almost every comparison. The Amazon River is so vast that it reshapes entire continents. During peak discharge, it sends more than 200,000 cubic meters of water per second into the Atlantic, enough to fill over 80,000 Olympic swimming pools every minute. But its true story begins far in the past. Millions of years ago, the river flowed westward into the Pacific. When the Andes rose, this ancient drainage system reversed direction, forcing water eastward and creating a river basin that now spans more than 6,400 kilometers, almost 4,000 miles. This river is not a single stable channel. It branches, splits, merges, and reshapes itself constantly. Sandbars move, islands drift, and banks collapse under the force of seasonal currents. For communities living along its path, navigation depends on understanding these shifts, reading patterns in the water that reveal depth, debris, or hidden channels. The Amazon also acts as a massive transportation corridor. Boats carry people, fuel, produce, and supplies across distances that roads cannot reach. It's the backbone of daily life for millions. And as the river narrows and the forest begins to crowd in closer along its edges, the environment starts to change once more, setting the stage for a region shaped less by open water and more by the dense, layered world of the rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is often described as a single ecosystem, but what makes it truly remarkable is how many worlds exist within it. In 1 square kilometer, less than half a square mile, you can find more tree species than in some entire countries. Yet, the forest survives on surprisingly poor soil. Almost all nutrients are stored above ground, recycled rapidly through falling leaves, decaying wood, and dense root networks. This tight system allows the rainforest to regenerate quickly, even after intense seasonal flooding. Another striking feature is the forest's vertical structure. The canopy forms a roof up to 60 meters high, nearly 200 feet, where countless species live without ever touching the ground. Light, humidity, and temperature shift dramatically with height. creating stacked microhabitats. Researchers often discover new species simply by climbing into the canopy, where conditions resemble a different biome entirely. But the rainforest isn't static. During the transition from dry to wet seasons, entire regions transform as water levels rise and paths disappear under meters of water. These shifts affect everything from animal movement to the spread of seeds. And as the forest gradually opens along certain riverbanks, an unexpected type of landscape emerges, one that looks